Here with Graham Norton. Graham, are you performing stand-up this evening, or are you comparing?
Dear God, no. It's not that big a charity event. I just introduced Tim Minchin, very funny man on the piano.
Yes.
And I'm in a sketch.
You're in a sketch?
Yeah.
Now, of course, a lot of people were originally aware of you because of your acting in Father Ted. We've not seen you acting so much of late.
No.
Is it something you take naturally to?
Well, tonight it's a very difficult role because I'm playing someone who's pretending to be me.
Interesting.
The complexities.
That's very interesting.
I know. I'm hanging on to that performance by a thread.
But someone, a contemporary of yours, say Eddie Izzard has moved into drama, is now a very successful dramatic actor. Is that something that you feel naturally that you could step into? Okay.
No.
Interesting.
I think there are very good actors out there.
Why would they need to be bothered by you?
Yes.
You know, turning up to the audition dressed like this.
It's a bit silly.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like, why is Graham Norton pretending to live in that house?
But you balked at the idea of doing stand-up. Is that something that terrifies you now? The idea of going
I wouldn't mind doing like sort of 5 minutes. I could tell a funny story, but I don't have 20 minutes of funny stories.
But you never feel the draw to get back into it because you were such a successful stand-up.
It wasn't.
Were you not?
No.
I've always presumed you were. This is interesting.
I was never a closer. I was always kind of like, I was either the compere or the middle act.
Oh, the compere where you can kind of get away with murder, just saying where
basically I just chatted to the audience.
Right.
So I was either the compere or the middle act. If I was ever really booked as the closing act, the evening was a disaster.
Sure.
People went home very unhappy.
And you've parlayed that sort of comparing skill into your TV presenting career.
Yes, I've got some parlayed that comparing some mediocre comparing skill into a career.
But it takes tremendous confidence to host the chat show, which you do so magnificently. I would find it terrifying when you're if you're confronted by a guest who is a bit difficult, who's really not playing along with the vibe.
Yeah, no, sometimes, and actually the older I get, because I've been doing it now, I've been doing the chat show for about 10 years, and the older I get, my patience does wear thin now. when guests are a bit grumpy, I do want to...
Do you know who I am?
No, I just think, stop. You've got getting out of any paper and look, it's this story. Just tell me that story and then I'll leave you alone. You can have the money and the sausage rolls and the wine in the green room.
But thank heaven for the internet, because it is providing humour for you and almost every other comedy performer ever now. It's like a whole new source.
It is fantastic.
Of ready-made humour. Years ago you used to think hard, struggle, scour the papers, read books.
Do you think people will finally work out that they could just go to the internet themselves? They don't need us. They don't need the middleman.
But it wouldn't be quite the same. You want to see Jackie Collins' reaction to something funny on the internet. So I think we'll always be okay there. Now, just to get your view on amnesty, because you were supporting this secret police war last year as well.
Was that only last year?
I think it was last year. Am I right? 2 years ago. Sorry, it felt like only last year.
I thought it felt like 10 years ago.
But is it something that's close to your heart, or are you're just here to try and keep you're trying to win an OBE?
I'm trying to win. I think I'll need to try a bit harder. And no, listen. I think what's great about tonight is because with organisations like Amnesty, it's hard to get their message across and raise their level of awareness in a kind of crowd-pleasing way. Because actually, it's all quite depressing. So this is the sugar to help people swallow a really tough pill.
I think that's perfect. And it's also a good excuse for us to try and. I'm certainly doing it for the OBE. If I get an OBE, my dad is going to go through the roof.
You so will.
So it's only a matter of time. It's in the post, isn't it?
I think it's really, yeah. You will.
That's Graham Norton.